right, everyone, welcome back. Episode 4. We are your hosts, Keenan and Jared. First of all, thank you guys for sticking with us for a whole month now. It's been an incredible journey. It's only
Hmm.
going to get better and it's only going to get more exciting. So
Yeah.
glad you guys are tuning in today for this episode. We're going to go over multiple, around 15 gym accessories. We're going to rank them from S tier to F tier. But before we get into that, I do want to talk about a lab that I did for exercise physiology this past Friday. And I won't even lie, that was like literally the hardest workout I've ever done.
No way.
Yes. You want to guess what it was? The hardest
Was
thing I ever done.
well, it wasn't a mile and a half test, was it?
No, it was a thermoregulation.
Thermoregulation. So how did they do that?
Yeah, so I'm not sure if you did it when you had exercise phys,
Mhm.
but
Yeah.
they basically put you in a heat chamber and make you exercise.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
So you're like in a sauna essentially, or is it
pretty
different than a
much.
sauna?
Yeah, so we had this
Okay.
heat chamber, 40 degrees Celsius, so around 104 degrees Fahrenheit,
Okay.
and then a treadmill.
Oh, a
So
treadmill.
treadmill, we had to sustain an exercise intensity, 140 beats per minute for 45 minutes.
No way.
So 45 minutes in this 100-degree plus chamber environment. Literally right when you walk in, drenched in sweat.
That's crazy. Oh my,
Yeah,
that's like, did anyone get, that's like such a liability.
it's crazy. So I'll tell you the story. It's volunteer, of course. So, you know,
Okay.
if I'm gonna blame anyone, I blame myself.
Yeah, yeah.
So you walk in, this treadmill is slowly inclines up. I think me and my partner, it's a double treadmill. So two people walk next to each other. It's just only walking.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, it's a
okay.
huge treadmill. Us two are walking. We feel like pretty confident. We're like 2 minutes in. We're like, let's increase the speed, increase the incline. So
That's crazy.
we went up to a 3.8 miles per hour, which is a fast-ish walk, not
Yeah,
to a jogging pace, but fast enough
yeah,
to stride a little bit more. And then our
for sure.
incline went all the way up to like a 6, I think, like a 6.0. It's just
Ooh,
pretty
that's
steep. Yeah, it's pretty
yeah,
steep.
it is. It is.
Like the first 20 minutes, we're cruising. We're having a great time. We're talking to each other. Our lab partners were collecting data like heart rate, blood pressure, blood tests. But man, once that like 30-minute mark hit, like we were both literally holding onto the rails, like leaning off to the side because I
Oh my
was
goodness.
so nauseous. I was so dizzy. I was like, we have to stop. And he was like more dead than me. His heart rate was at like a 180.
180. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
I think I kept it at like a 130. So I was pretty low, but like I felt so lightheaded and so fatigued. So we had to cut it early.
So what time did it cut?
Just 5 minutes early. So instead of 45, we just cut it at 40. We're like, yeah,
Wow.
we are done. Like I never felt that feeling before.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Man.
crazy.
So what was the goal of the test? Like why
Yeah.
45 minutes?
Yeah, so it's about like hydration levels. So we had to take a urine sample before,
No
and
way. That's
then
cool.
yeah, we took urine samples and then we took our body weight. And of course, when you walk into the chamber, you lose a lot of heat. You lose a lot of water. So after the lab, we tested our body weight again. I probably lost a little bit over a pound of water, which is not too excessive. And then
Yeah,
I took another urine sample after. I was in like borderline dehydration, not in that dehydration range. So I was kind of surprised. I think it was more of a mental thing.
totally.
Who knows? Yeah.
Did you prep hydration wise for it? Like, did you take any electrolytes going into it?
I honestly was not too prepared. I wore the wrong shoes. It was just kind of just spontaneous. I walked into it. I rose my hand. I was like, yep, I'll do it. Because I thought it was pretty
um,
cool.
remind me, were you at the 3.8 on that six incline the whole time, or did you get up to a jogging pace?
We stayed there for
Okay.
like, I'd say for 30 minutes and we had to slow down guy next to me, his heart rate was racing. I don't think it was supposed to go anywhere above 140. His was just
Oh,
keep spiking and
God.
spiking because it was hot. It was really hot. And you know
Wow.
me, I'm not good with heat.
Yeah, we have a funny story. I started a sauna a little bit, and then
Yeah.
I invited Keenan to come on in sauna. And me and Amelia, who goes to BFT, she likes to put a ton of water on the hot rocks and puts a ton of steam. And Keenan walks in and he's like, "Oh, I can't even see. How do you guys even do this?" But yeah, that was a good introduction to the sauna.
I'm like a baby to heat. Like that first
Yeah,
time when I went to the sauna, I could not last like 15 minutes. Like I was fighting for my life. So
yeah,
I need to get better at that. I think that's one goal of mine is just to get my body more used to heat.
yeah. Thermoregulated.
Yeah, thermoregulated. That's the new trend now. Thermoregulation.
Is there any other big takeaways you had from that?
Um, no workout that I'm gonna do in the foreseeable future is gonna be harder than that one. That's my takeaway.
Yeah.
I'm gonna any run, I'm not gonna complain anymore. If I'm out in San Diego in 70-degree weather, even though I feel some pain here and there, I'm not gonna feel that pain like I did in the heat chamber.
So that was everything you had in the tank, was that right there?
Yeah, I was not even like physically exhausted because I wasn't running.
Okay.
It's just walking, right?
Right. It's just
It's just all
walking.
mental, I think. Like
Mm.
I literally thought if I stayed like a minute or two, I would pass out. Maybe I just hit a
Yeah.
wall, but yeah, I mean, we all felt it.
Yeah. And then the people tracking everything, they're inside with you.
Yeah, so they're sweating too. They had to switch. They switched every 15 minutes. So yeah,
Wow. Oh my God. Is this like in some like random like janitor's closet?
it looked like it because
Yeah.
the concrete walls everywhere. You walk
Yeah.
in, it smells like must.
Oh no.
But it was a great experience. I mean, I wouldn't do it
Yeah.
again, but it was a great experience.
I wouldn't do it again. You don't want to get to 45?
We'll see. Maybe next time.
There
Maybe
you
in a
go.
cold chamber next time.
Oh yeah, then
Yeah.
yeah, I wonder if they do that. Like I
Yeah.
know like Wim Hof, he has like a big
Yeah.
freezer, like a Costco sized freezer in
Yeah.
his house. That's so cool. And he just be
Yeah.
walking around in there.
Yeah. And we weren't allowed to drink water during the process, but right when we walked out, they had fans ready, a cooled AC room. That was the best feeling in the world. Best feeling. I never felt that good
Well,
before. And
the class was probably laughing about it.
I just chugged my whole 32 ounces of water.
That's so crazy.
But great experience. I still feel tired to this day.
Wow. That's impressive.
All right, enough of me, enough of my lab. You want to get into some gym accessories?
Gym accessories. All right.
I can start us
So
off.
yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. Um, let's see here. First one on the list. We're ranking from S, which is superior, A, B, C, D, all the way down to F, which is practically useless. So I'm gonna throw out today for a total of 15 gym accessories, and then we're just gonna provide some nuance, give our ratings. We can also use nostalgia for a rating because some of these, like, if
Yeah.
we like it personally, we can rank it higher. So we'll have a mix of both,
Okay.
like practical use, nostalgia, everything
Yeah.
combined.
Hmm.
First one on the list is a lifting belt. I'm gonna have you start on this one. Lifting belt, S tier to F
Yeah.
tier.
Yeah, lifting belt, I would say probably A tier. I'd never really got into powerlifting too much, but went through a phase where I was like squatting a little bit heavier, but by no means was I trying to like max out or anything. And a lifting belt's just very good for helping you brace your core. When I wore one a couple times, I definitely felt a lot stronger with it. And especially on the way up on a squat, like being able to push your stomach up into that belt, it just really helps brace your core and protects the back.
Yeah, totally agree. Only reason why wouldn't put it in S tier because you don't need to have it to lift heavy,
Mhm.
right? See a
That's
lot
true.
of strong lifters who can lift heavy without a lifting belt. So I would put it in A tier. I agree with you. Definitely not
Hmm.
necessary, but if you are looking to maximize your strength gains, it would definitely help not only with your strength, but also the safety of it too.
Yeah.
It just braces you properly, especially if you get a lever belt instead of
Mm,
those bodybuilding-ish belts that has like the little clip on it. I rather have a lever belt that's a little bit thicker, a little bit more support.
I see. I see. Do you have a
Yeah.
favorite brand that you use?
I honestly have been using the same one that my friend gave me since high school.
No way.
Yeah, I've never gotten like a official lifting belt, like a my own, but the
Yeah.
one that he gave me is pretty solid. It's a lever belt. Used it all throughout my training, so it still holds up.
Mm.
If it ain't broke,
Wow.
don't fix it.
When do you feel like it's appropriate to start adding it to your training?
That's a great question. I would not add it for a new lifter who's never learned how to brace. I would
Yeah.
say once a lifter, intermediate lifter, knows how to brace properly, then and they want to, their goal is to increase strength, then we can incorporate that lifting belt. Just my issue with that is if their goal is to increase strength, but they're the type of person to just add loads and loads of weight with bad form, and they kind of use a lifting belt as like a cast, then that's where I
Ah,
find an issue with it.
I
Uh,
see.
but I think it's a great tool.
Nice.
Cool. Number two, wrist wraps.
Wrist wraps. Ooh. I'm gonna put this in S tier.
Really?
Yeah, I love wrist wraps. Um, reason for this, I think there's scenarios where it's not appropriate and appropriate. If you don't feel like you have strong grip strength, if you don't train frequently, I would say lifting straps aren't as necessary. But if you have strong grip strength, you train frequently, you have a great baseline level of strength, it's a really great way to continue to add load on a lot of pulling movements. Personally, I really credit a lot of me being able to increase my pull ups to lifting straps, and as well as like helped me feel like really feel my lat on dumbbell rows.
Mm.
Felt like before I was always like after like 4 or 5 reps of doing a heavy dumbbell row, I'm not thinking about where my back's engaging. I'm just like get to that 10th to 12th rep of just holding it still. So I really like lifting wraps just mainly for any kind of thing posteriorly.
The reason why I was so surprised is I
Yeah.
I probably said it wrong, but I was talking about wrist wraps, not straps.
Oh,
Oh, like you know how you like
oh,
wrap your
I
wrist?
was thinking of
No, 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 no,
straps.
no, no. But okay, that's why I was so surprised that you said S tier because I personally wouldn't put those in S tier. But we'll
Right.
go to that later. But anyways, lifting
Okay.
straps, yes. Yeah, I agree S tier, but I think there's some goodness in training without them first, like getting good with your
100%.
grip. Um, I would put it in like a low S, but everything else you said, yes, I agree with.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
All right, how about like hooks? Have you tried lifting hooks before?
Oh, I want to so bad.
Yeah,
I
you got
want to
Versa
just
grips
do,
though.
I have Versagrips. I want to get the hooks just to do decompression.
Yeah, so I do actually have a pair of lifting hooks that
No
I bought a
way.
couple of years ago. Yeah, it's like a pretty solid one too. I've never
Okay.
used it though. I
Why?
I don't remember why I bought it. I bought it for some reason.
Uh huh.
But right now it's just sitting in my closet. So maybe next time I'll bring it in and then
Yeah.
we can both
Bring it
try and
with you.
work out together.
Yeah, let's do it. We'll
Yeah.
review the lifting hooks.
We'll review lifting hooks.
Yeah.
Um, all right. Since we already mentioned it, wrist wraps. So like think about a
Okay.
power lifter who wraps the wrist for a
Hmm.
bench press, for example.
Personally, I never experienced or never used wrist wraps before, but one of the guys we know at the gym, Gary Bone, he used to be an ex power lifter, very strong, and he swears by them when he was lifting a lot heavier. He did 335 for 5 on bench press.
Damn.
And he wrapped his wrist, and I asked him about it, and he just feels a lot more stable with them.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat as you. I never personally used them, but I think it can be a great tool for powerlifters, Olympic lifters who are in pursuit of lifting the most amount of weight. But
Yeah.
for general population, I think there is again a benefit of lifting without them because right, you
Yeah.
still are working your wrist. There are muscles that stabilize your wrist, and those muscles potentially can be limited when you have those wrist wraps on.
So for me, I think probably C tier, especially for a general pop. I think I don't know, not a waste of money, but there's not a ton of use cases for it.
Yeah, I probably put in like a D tier. All right.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Knee sleeves and elbow sleeves.
Mm. So another thing I haven't had a ton of experience with, but I've heard from a lot of people who use knee sleeves. They really, really like knee sleeves. And really, I think it helps with stability. They even think it like kind of helps you get out the bottom of the squat a little bit. Um, elbow sleeves, I don't know too much information on elbow sleeves.
Yeah, same boat as you again. Looks like we live together or something. But my for knee sleeves, I heard so many good things about it. When I was training for my 405 squat, so many people were recommending me to use knee sleeves because of the
Mm,
extra. First of all, it's like a mental thing that there's security around your knee, and
that's yeah,
then a little bit of elasticity so that when you come down in the hole, it's kind of easier to bounce back up. So
yeah,
I heard stories of people adding easily 20 pounds to your squat just from adding knee sleeves.
yeah,
Um, but I also heard a lot of stories of people can't not able to take them off because
yeah.
they're so
They're
tight.
really tight.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, that kind of reminds me of a concept. Like for me, I've dealt with a few rolled ankles, so
Yeah.
I use KT tape
Yeah.
to. And you know what? I don't think it really does too much, but mentally here, it's like, okay, I'm secure. I'm doing a protective measure. So I'm more comfortable planting my feet than I would otherwise. So that makes me feel like going to back to your point with the knee sleeves, like if someone feels a little bit more stable, they should definitely use it.
For sure. I probably put in C tier because I don't think everyone should be using it.
I agree.
Yeah. Number six, footwear. So I guess you can talk about lifting
Mm,
shoes specifically for lifting, and we can also talk about weightlifting shoes with a heel lift. Let's start
yeah.
with because I think it's the most common right now and most trendy. Let's start with barefoot shoes. You have
Yeah.
experience with that. I have some experience with that.
Yeah.
Um, yeah,
100%. I swear by barefoot shoes, kind of like everyone else.
yeah, yeah,
um, so I got a pair of Vivo Barefoots, and when I first got them, my ankles, like I didn't realize all my foot muscle, my ankles, like were not being used, and just I didn't wear thick shoes per se, but I never had shoes that were particularly flat and particularly wide. And not gonna lie, I naturally have a wide foot, so it was nice to have some breathing room in my shoe. And as far as lifting, like it's a no brainer as far as like doing anything where your foot is planted, like a squat or like an RDL. Like it just feels so much better. Feel a lot more stable. I feel like,
hmm
um, especially with the squat, I feel like I go so much lower just because I could spread my feet a little bit more, have a better base. And then I use them just in everyday life, walking around. And if I don't wear them for a few days, like I kid you not, when I wear them again, my muscles in my foot aren't quite used to it, or they're like a little bit sore the next day. So it's a good
yeah,
reminder to use your like smaller foot muscles.
yeah. Personally, I don't really use them day to day life, but I do have a pair of flat or barefoot shoes for lifting. Um, I enjoy it. I like it. I don't see huge difference compared to like me wearing any other flat-footed shoe, like for example Nike Dunks or Vans.
Yeah.
because again, right, the heel drop on those is not great. I mean, it's pretty much zero, which is
Yeah.
good for lifting in my opinion. So
Hmm.
I don't see like a huge, for me personally, a huge benefit of buying specifically barefoot shoes when I already have a pair of Vans and Nike Dunks for lifting.
Yeah.
Like I don't think it's
Yeah.
that deep. So for that
Right.
reason, I'd probably give it like a B tier for me.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah. Um, I definitely see your point. I think the only added benefit to barefoot would be just a slightly wider toe box. So if someone has a wider foot, having that wider toe box is a little bit more beneficial. But honestly, I would say 90% of the benefit of barefoot shoes is just the fact that it's flat
Hmm.
and you could feel your surface more. And yeah, Vans and Dunks definitely achieve that. So
Yeah.
I would give it an A tier personally. I swear
Yeah.
by them.
When I
Yeah.
was speaking of a wide toe box, when I was coming up and like all my friends were into lifting, like Converse
Mhm.
was somehow like a huge thing in the lifting community. I don't know if you
Yeah,
remember that era or that phase.
I
Maybe it
do.
still is a huge deal, but because it was like zero drop. However, the toe box for Converse are like so narrow. So I never really got the hype of that. I was more
Yeah,
in like the Vans community of lifting.
right, right. And then, I mean, I guess people wear low top Converse, but I feel like Converse most of the time is a little bit more high top.
Yeah.
And I think with a squat per se, that might limit your ankle mobility.
Mm,
So having a lower cut shoe, I think for strength training, maybe, I mean, it all depends on the person, the scenario, but I would say low cut is probably better versus high top. Scenario where high top might be appropriate is maybe you have some ankle issues and you want to train a little bit more safely. Wearing a high top might be able to protect you in kind of like lateral training
yeah.
or explosive style. But it's important to strengthen your feet. So there's got to be a time and place where you do strengthen your feet and you don't always rely on like an ankle brace. Oh my goodness. Side rant here.
Yeah, go
When
for
I
it.
was in when I was in high school, there was this private school that we would play called Justin Siena. And they, for some reason, some board mandated all the boys and girls basketball players to wear ankle braces during the game.
Huh?
You're right. Exactly. It's so it made like it just felt so dumb that like literally all teams from freshman to varsity, girls versus boys, every single one, they were ankle braced up, every single person. And it's just, yeah, it's just not good in the long term because your ankles aren't depending on using their muscles; they're depending on a brace to keep the stability.
Yeah. I don't know too much information about that, but I definitely see a benefit of lifting, of course, without the brace. I mean, or training without the brace for any kind of athletic development. But I also do see the benefit of using braces for tournaments or like game time. But
Hmm.
then like during practice, maybe that's when you'll probably take them off and train without it. But again, I don't know too much information on that.
Yeah, personally, I think if you don't have any issues, you shouldn't wear
Yeah.
something. I feel like it just weakens the muscles. So if like
Yeah.
someone has no ankle issues, I don't think they should be wearing an ankle brace.
Yeah. Now yeah, that I agree. We don't have any issues. Yeah. What
Yeah.
about weightlifting shoes? So like heel lifts.
Yeah, so I never owned a pair of weightlifting shoes. I don't think I've ever even tried, but obviously I do heel elevated squats
Hmm.
in order to get lower. So I really love heel elevated squats to mimic that same kind of elevated heel. And it definitely feels a lot easier to get down into a really deep squat.
Yeah.
Um, but maybe you could speak on like your actual experience using real weightlifting shoes.
Yeah. For the purposes of Olympic lifting, of course, I'll put it in the S tier because it's kind of necessary. You
Mm,
do need a heel lift to like hold hundreds of pounds over your head into a deep squat. Like unless you have like insane mobility, but it's a pretty common thing that almost all Olympic weightlifters wear. So I'll put
that
it in
is
S
true.
tier for like that purpose. But for like general lifting, the only purpose I'll see you wearing those shoes is some kind of squat movement. Like you
Mm,
wouldn't do it for RDLs, deadlifts, probably not. It's
Yeah.
probably just limited to squats. And because you're paying what, $200 for a pair of Olympic shoes just to do squats when you can just put a
Yeah.
few plates under your heels instead.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'd give it like a probably like a D tier for just like general lifting.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree with that. But obviously, if you're an Olympic lifter, it's almost a need.
Yes,
So
for sure. So it depends what
yeah,
your goal is or what you're trying to do.
100%.
Yeah. Resistance bands. We can talk about, let's just loop both the bigger ones and like the booty bands together into one
Yeah.
category.
I think S tier for me.
Yeah. Yeah. It's so
You
versatile.
It's so versatile. I love doing like band resisted stretching. It just adds a ton more load to your stretch. So instead of stretching for like 2 minutes, you could stretch for a minute instead, get a little bit more bang for your buck using a thick band. I really like using it for a lat stretch. Um, and there's all kinds of things. Hip flexor stretches. You could do like a little bit of mobilization with the ankles with them. And then working out, I've been just loving, and my clients have also been loving, just adding any kind of band with weightlifting. So, for example, a trap bar deadlift, putting a
Hmm.
band around each side, standing on it, and then that helps with like exploding up through the trap bar. Um, the other day, I did one with I did a single arm bench with a resistance band where I had them contracted here, then in one hand I had a weight, and I was just coming down like that. And this side had to stabilize, so that's great. And then yeah, there's like it's a great. You have to have that piece of equipment. I think
Yeah.
like if you're starting a home gym, you should definitely have some resistance bands. And then and a normal gym, you need them. Yeah,
Yeah. I agree. S tier also is so cheap. It's like $10 off Amazon and it
mm-hmm.
takes up no space, like
Mm-hmm.
no space into your gym bag. So I think every gym bag should have a pair of resistance bands. Like you said, stretching, adding extra load to a lift. Even those small like booty bands are good
Yeah,
for warming up. They're not great at adding like load. I wouldn't say resistance bands are great at adding like progressive overload compared to like traditional weights, but it's a
yeah,
great additional tool. I mean, that's the point of a gym accessory, is more of
yeah.
an add-on to your lifting. But
Yeah,
yeah, S tier.
and I definitely think I've been using those booty bands for a lot of hip stabilization,
Hmm.
and it like totally like helps clients reconnect with their glute med on like the bottom of squats and take some pain out of the joint. So that's another thing I like. And then the one downside to resistance bands, they are cheap and they break
Mm.
over time. The little solve I found for that is I'm obsessed with the PJF extended length band.
Mm.
It's imagine like a cloth booty band, but like 6, 7 feet long. A lot of NBA players use it, and I just actually bought a cheaper alternative off of Amazon recently for like $25.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie, it's like exact same band as the PJF one. It's just a different logo. That's like the
Yeah.
only difference.
Yeah.
So I'll have to show you that one. What I like about that, you get all the benefits of resistance band, but you could also like such since it's longer, you could go into like a I call it a 3D setup, and with that setup, it allows for a lot of like resisted rotational movements that are really good to do. Easy way to load rotation.
Yeah. You also mentioned something about training your client and helping them out. I remember a story too. There was a member who had a lot of knee valgus, so their knees like caved in really like a lot, and
Yeah,
their goal was to fix it. They actually knew the issue, but I was there to kind of help them guide of how to kind of think about pushing your knees out and just doing like a simple split squat, attaching a band around your knee, pulling that knee um, outwards a little bit and
hmm
inwards both ways so they can kind of still try to keep that knee aligned over the toe. Like small stuff like that, resistance bands can just add so much value to helping, a member or a client learn a specific lift.
Yeah, and it doesn't even have to be heavy. It could be as simple as just like it's a reminder to cue them to keep the knee aligned properly and not letting valgus happen.
Exactly. Cool. I think we touched on this a little bit last podcast, so we can kind of briefly go over it again. This recovery tools, specifically for myofascial release, so like foam rollers and massage guns.
Mm. I would put this in A tier.
Hmm.
Um, reason why it's not S tier is because sleep and nutrition is definitely number one for recovery,
Hmm.
but it's still definitely A tier because those would be probably my two top like recovery tools to use. Just yeah, helps break up some of the tissue and promote some blood flow to those areas. And we know like after you get some blood flow, getting some movement in, it's really beneficial in the long term for recovery.
Yeah, no more to be said. Totally agree. Number nine, chalk.
Chalk, okay.
I give it an
Um,
S.
chalk's an S for
Yeah,
you.
for sure. The thing is, I have
Yeah.
really sweaty hands.
Okay.
Like I have really sweaty hands. Like no matter what I'm doing, it's not even I'm nervous. It's not even like it's hot in the room. It's just I'm always like sweaty in the hands for some reason. Been like that ever
Okay.
since I grew up. So chalk is
Oh,
a must. I
must for
cannot
you.
I cannot live without chalk.
Yeah, especially like oh my, any kind of pulling movement, I imagine.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Like if I don't have chalk, I'm doing like a pull up, like my grip will literally give out within like the first couple reps because
Wow,
of how
really?
yeah,
That bad?
yeah, it's really bad. Like even right now I can just feel it. It's just very sweaty.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Um, I I'd probably give it a B tier. I guess I don't deal with the sweaty hands as much. Like I've never gone through my workout and be like, damn, I could have really used chalk today. But I could imagine, like, if you do two pull-ups and your hands
Yeah.
feel like you're slipping, I would be pretty frustrated and want some chalk all the time.
Yeah. The only thing is the mess, but I have liquid chalk and
Oh,
my school gym they don't allow, like powder chalk because it makes a huge mess. You
yeah,
stick your hand in there and then you wipe it, just white powder just flies everywhere. It's pretty messy. But for
yeah.
liquid chalk, you just have like a little bottle, squeeze a little bit, and then it's like magic, turns into like chalk. I think it works a little better too, in my opinion.
No way.
Yeah.
Do your hands get sticky, or they just dry some?
Uh, Sticky, not really. It kind of just dries out.
Huh.
Yeah.
Next time we work out, I'm gonna try that.
So I don't only use it for pulling movements because even when I'm pushing too, like it feels like for me, like at the bar, it will still kind of slip a little bit. So I use
Yeah.
it for literally everything. I'll always have chalk on my hands when
Wow.
I
So
lift.
it's like you feel like on a dumbbell bench, it's like rotating in your hand.
Right. Even for squats too. The
Oh
reason for
shit.
that is because when I squat, I don't put my thumb under the bar like what most people do. I do a full thumbs over the bar grip. So like
Mm,
that chalk helps the bar like not slip.
yeah. Keeps the friction.
Yeah. So like chalk is like part of me. I'll stand by chalk for the rest of my
Hey,
life.
hey, that's good.
Yep.
Specifically liquid chalk.
Yes, specifically liquid chalk. Yes.
Nice. Wow.
All right. Ready for the next one?
Yeah, let's do it.
Number 10, arm blasters. This is the strap that you wear over your neck. It's like a little metal piece that goes
Uh-huh.
over your chest, and then you kind of put your arms over to do curls.
S tier.
Really?
No, no,
I
I'm
was like,
kidding.
what?
It's just like such a bro thing to have
Yeah.
that and curl.
Yeah.
Um, realistically, probably like a C or a D tier.
Yeah.
I love the contraction I get on it,
Yeah.
but it's limited one exercise, and I mean, yeah, that's about it. But when you do have it on, if you're trying to grow your biceps, it like in a standing position, it helps you get a stretch in the biceps.
Uh-huh.
And like having the little hook behind the tricep, it helps, I don't know, kind of lock it in without you're like can't cheat at all.
Hmm.
So if your main goal is to just grow your
Or
biceps as
biceps.
get that peak as high as Mount Everest, you should. It's S tier for sure. But
Yeah.
outside of that,
What
yeah,
what was the original score that you gave? D?
yeah,
Yeah, I agree. Um, but I'm like, why? Like, why carry that thing in your gym bag? It takes a lot of room. Unless there's some kind
that's
of like
true.
foldable one, but like I
Yeah,
have one at home. It's like an old school one that I found in my grandma's basement.
Grandma was
Yeah,
blessing in her arms.
yeah, I think so. It's like a golden one, literally from the golden era of bodybuilding. Like it's like a
Wow,
vintage arm blaster. It's in my room right now, but like who's
that's
really
cool.
carrying that inside the gym? Like
Yeah, you just wear it like a gold chain.
yeah, like a D tier.
Yeah, yeah. But if you've never used it, it's fun to do at least one
Yeah,
time or something.
at least one time. You get the pump.
Yeah,
A dip belt.
dip belt. I mean, I've never been strong enough to load my dips. I'll be honest.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
I feel like you have
I'll,
the strength to do it.
maybe. I think sometimes especially towards the bottom, my shoulders bug a little bit
Mm.
because I usually go pretty deep. If I didn't go as deep, I could probably load. Um, but yeah, do you ever use a dip belt for pull-ups too?
Yeah, I think weighted pull-ups are a great way to progress pull-ups, even if you're in like the 5 rep range.
Really?
You might not even seem like it's appropriate to do weighted pull-ups, but
Yeah,
adding like a weight belt and doing only like doubles or triples or even singles sometimes, like it
yeah.
would make bodyweight pull-ups so much easier.
That's
And
true.
it's just a way of easily progressively overloading for dips and pull-ups.
Mm,
For that reason, I'd give it an A tier. It's not an S because not everyone needs it yet.
yeah,
Um, but if you are in like the 6 to 8 range for pull-ups and dips, I think it's a great tool to have.
I
Takes up
should
really
start.
minimal space too. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Wow, I never thought of that.
And it's very convenient. Like typically a lot of people would just latch on like a dumbbell. I tried that, done that. I'm just not a fan because I've been always just used to using that dip belt. It's really easy to put a plate on it and then it's stable too. It kind of pulls you down, especially on a dip. So it feels really nice.
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
yeah. I've seen people in the gym hold the dumbbell between their feet,
Yeah.
hold medicine ball between their legs, or
Not
like,
comfortable.
yeah, yeah, right. It's if you're trying to load it, and it's pretty cheap too, I assume.
Yeah, I think got mine for like $20. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's worth the investment. It should last you a really, really long time.
Yes. Yeah, it does. Yeah.
And if you have the strength to do weighted pull-ups and dips, main goal should be to not regress from that. So you're gonna be using it the rest of your life.
Hmm. Yeah, exactly. All right. Ankle straps or like wrist cuffs for like a cable attachment.
Ooh, ooh, this is a good one. Can't decide if I want to do B or A. I want to say like high B, low A. Um, I like this because like for lateral raises, you don't got to think about whole nothing. It just feels really good. Anything like I kind of learned right now just doing this, like anything where I could just focus on the muscle and nothing else, typically I really like.
Yeah, it just feels good.
Yeah, yeah. It does feel good to get your like muscle through that range of motion. And then I use it a lot for like ankle straps. I use it a lot with my older clients doing I guess you'd call it like a donkey kick or something, like holding
Yep.
on to the bench in front
Like
of the
glute
cable.
kickback. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, glute kickback with them. I have a woman with a hip replacement in her 70s, so every once in a while I throw that into the programming just to get that mind muscle connection to the hip, and it also with that movement, it kind of the other knee that is on the bench has to stabilize.
True. Very true.
So she had a right hip replacement. When she switches to the left side, it's very, very hard for her to
Mm.
stabilize. Um, but yeah, it helps you isolate things a little bit better. If you're doing cable movements where it's appropriate, You should definitely just throw on the wrist wraps because cables don't really do much for grip strength. Um, you just sub that out for any kind of dumbbell.
Yeah. Just for pure personal preference, I'm putting this in S because
Yeah,
you'll never catch me doing a cable lateral raise without a cuff on.
really.
I'm just one of those kids. I'm sorry, but I just I need that cuff.
Yeah, yeah. Do you
It
ever?
feels so much better. Like night and
Yeah,
day difference for me personally. Maybe not for you, but for me personally. Yeah.
yeah. No, it's definitely a big difference.
At least I'm not
Um,
holding a tennis ball though.
right?
Have you seen those TikToks of like science-based lifters holding tennis balls with the ropes with the cuff on and with like a brace
Yeah,
on the arm or something? That's
right.
a little much.
Yeah, right, right. There's definitely like a spectrum to science-based
Yeah.
lifting. What about the ankle cuffs? What do you use that in your training at all?
Yeah, well, I use the ankle cuffs for my wrist cuff, I guess, because they're kind of
Yeah,
like a two-in-one. You can use it for your wrists, you can use it for ankles. There was a time where I did a little bit of like playing around with like kickbacks and all that, and also
yeah.
like abductions. So
Hmm.
those felt nice. They're really hard. Like for someone who doesn't really train that often, me doing
Hmm.
that for the first time, it's really difficult. Crazy pump on your side glute doing abductions too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Have you ever done kickbacks before? Or
I'm,
would I never catch you doing kickbacks in a gym?
I should probably add more of it. I need to strengthen my glute med a little bit,
Yeah,
but I've done it before, just to feel it for when I give it to a client I keep
exactly. Yeah.
hearing. Um, should I add a little bit more? Probably. But yeah,
I think there's like a stigma of like only girls doing it and not guys. So
that is
people will
true.
look at you weird if you're a guy doing kickbacks, but like it's a great exercise.
Right.
When I was doing it, I was elevating my other foot so that
Oh,
the foot with a cuff, right? You can reach
yeah,
forward a little bit too and
yeah,
down, so you get
yeah.
like a full like range of motion, kicking all the way back.
Wow, that's a big motion of the
Yeah,
leg,
yeah,
full range
yeah,
of motion.
yeah. I think it's a great exercise. The guys should do
Yeah,
it more.
yeah, yeah. Glute training for guys. We need to
Yeah.
make a shirt with it. Uh,
All right, next one, gym gloves.
Gym gloves,
Don't be
they're fun.
controversial now.
I don't know. They're like a D tier for me.
Yeah,
Um, my older clients are obsessed with gym gloves.
yeah. Why do you think
They,
that is?
I mean, their hands must, I would assume, are a little bit more sensitive.
Yeah,
Um, there's also a stigma of calluses, I think, too. Like
yeah,
a lot of older people, I don't know, they just don't want to get calluses.
yeah,
Um, I don't know. I think there's definitely for someone who, if you feel like, yeah, I need gloves, then you should do it because everyone that I've met that have switched to gloves, like swear by them. Like
yeah,
out of all these things, the person who wears fitness gloves, they're always like swear by them for
yeah.
sure.
If you're a gym goer and you would only go to the gym if you have your lifting gloves, then yeah, S tier. But funny story about gym gloves is I actually wore gloves for like the first year of my lifting career.
Wow,
Yeah. The reason why is because of my sweaty hands.
that makes sense.
But the reason why I stopped is because there was a stigma around it.
Yeah, right, exactly.
So I was like, forget about this. Give me my liquid chalk instead. You look a little more cool.
Right,
But
right.
lifting gloves, nothing wrong with it. I think it's if it's getting you in the gym, getting you to lift, keeping your hands soft,
100%.
go for it.
Yeah, yeah. One of my clients, she like doesn't want to lift without her gloves. She comes in, she gets excited to put her gloves on. I'm
Yeah.
like, by all means, do it.
Yeah.
And then sometimes clients forget their gloves. I'm like, nope, go get them. Like, Like it's worth the 2 minute investment because like if you go a whole workout, they're just like shit. I don't have my gloves.
Yeah.
Like it's worth the 1 to 2 minute investment. Go back to your car, run upstairs, go grab them really quick.
Yep. If you need it, use it. All right.
Yeah,
Chains. Have you ever tried chains before?
I have. They're fun.
Yeah, they're fun. Do you have chains at your work?
No, no, we don't have chains. I wish we
Okay.
did. Yeah, but when I started lifting, when I took weight training classes in high school, they had chains, and it's just, I think I would say probably B tier. Um, just on the fact that it's just so much fun.
Yeah.
Just hearing the clanking.
Yeah.
And I mean, it has real purpose, like lessening the weight as you go down, and then it becomes heavier as you go up.
Kind of like bands. Yeah.
Similar to bands, but it's just like it's interesting because it's a different type of load. Because you're still adding physical weight, but it's a very unique thing because it lessens the load towards the bottom and then gains the load towards the
Yep.
top. It's very unique, yeah.
Yeah. I agree with you. B tier. Just purely for like the enjoyment of it.
Yeah, right.
It might disrupt like the gym and the person next to you, but just purely for the gym culture, I think B tier.
Right. Gym wouldn't be
Potentially,
the
if I
same size.
yeah, maybe if I start using it more, it'll probably sneak up into S tier somehow. But
Really?
yeah, I love chains. The gym I work at in Mill Valley in Marin, they have chains, and every time I go there, I try to use it.
Really?
It's just fun. Yeah,
What's
like
your
the
favorite
clanking.
movement to do it with?
I like benching.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think benching is like the most fun, and because you're lower to the ground, it's a little easier. Like
Yeah.
compared to like a squat, for example, it's like more total load with chains. That's I don't know, but
That is true. That is
yeah,
100% true. Yeah.
yeah. But I do like it with squats too. It's fun.
You ever do it with deadlifting?
No, I've never. I've only done it with squats and bench. Those are the two only exercises. Have you?
Yeah. I haven't, but I was just thinking in my head with it. I feel like could be fun as long as the chain doesn't get in the way when the plates hit the
Yeah,
ground.
that's what I was thinking too. And I think the other thing, it might be too low. It's going to be very little weight because the range of motion for that, you only go up to what, your mid thigh level.
Right, yeah.
So that's
That
not a
is
lot.
true.
Yeah. I don't know.
You're
Maybe I'll
kind
try
of
it
just
next time.
adding weight at that point.
Yeah, exactly. Um, last one, blood flow restriction, BFR.
Ooh, this might be S tier.
Really?
Yeah, I really like it.
Where do you use it? At your work?
I mainly just use it at home as like more of a recovery tool.
I didn't know you had it. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I don't have like a machine per se. I just have like a open-ended band, and it's the same thing. Like you just,
Oh, I
what
see.
I do is just I wrap it around, and then you kind of like tuck it under at the end. And what was I using it for? Oh, when I had an ankle injury, I would literally wrap it all the way around my ankle, and then move my ankle around, and then once you take it off, you literally, quite literally, feel all the blood flow
Gushing
rush
down.
to
Yeah.
the. It's like it feels like how does your blood get there that fast? It's so
Yeah.
cool.
I had some experience with this when I was interning for the strength conditioning coach at my high school. He would
Mm,
have like the official, like these things, Be Strong, like the official ones, where you'll pump it up, you see the pressure, and then you wrap it around your arms and your legs.
yeah,
So I tried it with him for a couple sessions. It's really painful. Like
it is
it's
kind of
really
painful.
painful. And then he would like squeeze it so much so that it's so tight you can barely even feel your arm. It'll make you do like
Yeah,
push-ups, body weight squats. The science behind it, I know there's a lot of like research and studies to point of the benefits. But for day-to-day people, should that be the main thing you're focusing on? Probably not. Like, is it necessary to grow muscle? Is it necessary to recover from a heavy lifting session? Probably not.
hmm
So, this is a hard one. Maybe like a low B tier for me.
yeah, yeah.
Low B, high
Um,
C, maybe.
Yeah, I've never used it for strength training purpose. Like I think I did it one time for bicep curls just to get a better pump. That was about
Yeah.
it. But I've never used it for specifically stimulating muscle. Um, I like it like on my right knee at the bottom of my squat. It like clicks, and then it feels like it can't go as low on that side. So I'll like wrap it around my leg really tight, and then go in. I'll do like 10 squats like that, and then as soon as I take it off, and then I go into a squat, that feeling completely is gone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta teach me how to use that band that you have. You
Yeah,
taught
and
me
it's so
once. Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Is that band meant for BFR, or did you like just cut a band in half and kind of did it?
No, it's specifically meant for
Oh, it's meant
BFR.
for BFR. Oh, sick.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
might need
So
to try that.
I think it's just really good for injuries. I think it's just another modality you could use for injuries.
Yeah, for sure. That's all I got. That's all the gym
Oh,
accessories ranked, unless you got more.
um, another big one I like is just generally cable attachments.
Hmm.
Like I think just gyms in general, the beauty of a cable machine is that like if you get a new attachment, you're essentially getting a new machine
Hmm.
in a
Endless
way.
exercises. Yeah.
Yeah, it just adds so much diversity to yeah, to a bigger pool of exercises you could do with depending on the different attachments you have. So an easy, cheap way for gyms to like, I don't know, get new equipment, it's just to get like a ton of attachments that you could use for cables.
Yeah. Totally agree. Um, Gym cuffs, still my favorite.
Yeah, yeah, out of all of them, the cuffs.
Yeah. All
Yeah.
right.
Did you see Mark Bell? He came out with this new one. It's called it's not the slingshot that he has, but it's this one that goes like behind the triceps.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, that look. I
For
want
lat
to try.
pullovers, yeah. Right?
Yeah,
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 yeah, yeah. I want to try
exactly.
that.
Yeah, it's like he did a video and he was like on a cable row and he was going like this and then like driving back with the elbows.
Yeah.
I just imagine that feels incredible.
Speaking of attachments, mag grips,
Mad grips.
the
What are
MAG.
they?
It's like
I don't know.
it's the one that looks like rock climbing,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
like those ones. It's like the black
Hmm.
ones with the yellow label.
Yes,
Yes,
exactly.
yes, yes. Those are great. Like I would only do lat pull downs with those.
Really, yeah,
I'm spoiled because my
yeah.
gym we have that's like the main attachment that we use at my school gym. So
But they're
grateful for that.
such good quality.
Yeah, so good. They're expensive, and I'm surprised my gym has that. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that concludes episode 4.
Nice.
We'll see you guys on the next episode next week.
Let's go. 1 month in.
One more thing.